Here's the vice president on with, I'll call him a journalist, Scott Jennings, talking about the new leaders of Venezuela. The number six, please.
We want what's best for the Venezuelan people, but more importantly than that, by a factor of 100, we want what's best for the American people. And whoever the leader of that country is going to have to play ball with the United States. That is the whole problem that we've had in that region of the world. People don't realize that they've invited a whole host of American competitors into Venezuela. They've given them access to cheap energy resources, and they've used their own energy money to fund this terrible narco-terrorism against the United States of America. What the president did, and really the entire team made possible, is to cut off that flow of energy money to narco-terrorists, to then, of course, cut off the amount of narco-terrorism that's being imported into the United States of America. I think it's going to save lives. It's going to mean cheaper gas and energy prices for Americans. And maybe most importantly, it's going to mean that we have more control over the energy resources that exist in the world, which makes it possible for us, of course, to achieve better economic results for our people and to use those energy resources as leverage to achieve greater peace and prosperity. So I think it was a very important operation. It was carried out flawlessly, Scott. I mean, I remember being briefed on this a few weeks ago with just the details of what they were going to do. And I think all of us were kind of skeptical, like, can you actually do this? Go into a foreign country, take zero dead Americans, and actually, take this indicted narco-terrorist, Nicolas Maduro. The guys said they could do it. They turned out to be right. It was a real testament to their skill and bravery, but I think it will create great benefits for the American people.
Tim, let me try to ask you a complicated question about the vice president in a simple way. As a candidate for the Senate, as a senator, he was America first, no foreign wars, no entanglements. As the vice president to a president who believes in whatever this is, he obviously can't break with the president. Is his full-throated support for this mission, whatever it is, as amorphous it is, do you think represents a revealing of Vance's more nuanced view of America's role in the world that's not just isolationism, or is he simply speaking as he needs to as the vice president?
I think he's trying to be a team player. I don't think the vice president likes this stuff. I don't think that's
what makes you think that, Tim. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just curious what you're drawing on to say that.
I mean, everything he's talked about for the 3 years running up to this about, foreign wars and exploratory efforts and focusing on the homeland, et cetera, going after neocons at every single opportunity that he has. He's been very, very clear that within the context of the debate in the conservative movement, that he thinks people who are for what he perceives as foreign adventurism are on the wrong side of history.
Right. Okay. So
I think that makes it very hard for him.
Let me play devil's advocate, because this is not just about Vance 28 and not just about Vance now. It's about the larger discussion in your party and in the country. There's at least four things that come to mind that Vance is for, that this furthers. He's for closing down the border. And Maduro was sending people here. He's for stopping the supply side on drugs. This helps with that. He's for restoring American manufacturing, and there's rare earth minerals and other things in Venezuela that the U.S. may get access to, and it would help us with being reliant on China. And four, he's for energy independence. So isn't it possible that if the military role is limited enough in blood and treasure that could be compatible with Vance's macro worldview?
Yeah, sure, it's possible. But I've watched him really closely the last 3 years. Like, he does not care about the 3 or 4 things that you just talked about as much as he cares about stopping foreign adventurers.
Interesting.
Right? I mean, that has been where the emphasis in his messaging has been for the last 3 years.
Yeah. Very glad to say that Cozy Earth is back as a sponsor. I wore my Cozy Earth pants all vacation. I wore them to the beach, and then I wore them, I'll mention the brand. I wore them to brunch at the Four Seasons. And no one said, Mark, why are you wearing your Cozy Earth pants here at the fancy Four Seasons? You just wore them on the beach. No one was the wiser. Cozy Earth products available, 20% off now, including the pants. CozyEarth.com, promo code 2WMM. That extends to the sheets, the bamboo sheets, the bubble cuddle blanket, all of the different pants that I love so much. Give the gift of luxury this year. Buy some for yourself. Make every moment comfortable. Head to CozyEarth.com. Use my code 2WMM for 20% off everything on the site. Be sure to mention you heard about Cozy Earth here. Some of you mentioned to me that you got Cozy Earth products over the holidays for your loved ones or got them as a gift, and everybody was very pleased. So right now, CozyEarth.com, promo code 2WMM for 20% off everything on the site.
They say that something that's easy is like a walk in the park. Well, easier than a walk in the park, hit the subscribe button, be part of the two-way community, never miss an episode, be part of our conversations. Thank you for your service to America.
And don't forget, you can now listen to the morning meeting and Two-Way Tonight on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.